Oh. I think... Guys... I think... We might be live! Alright, here we go. Get this music turned up just a wee little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Turn it down a little, and that should be good. What's up, YouTube? My name is Gray, and today we are going to be working on the world of COG. Now, you guys may be wondering, well, Gray, what do you mean? I thought that was just a cool little story for your mascot. No, it's not. This, right here, this whole story is going to be a lot bigger, okay? This is going to be a legacy. This is going to be an ongoing tale. And I want to build the world, and I want to bounce ideas off of you guys, because y'all are some of the most creative people I have ever seen. Alright? Pardon the view momentarily. Just got to copy the link. There we go. Speaking of, hello Storm, how are you?
Hi, darling. I'm just checking my mic quality and how it's looking on my end.
Your mic sounds just fine to me.
Is it? It's no static?
No static, not at all. Literally no static.
I accidentally dropped it in some water. Like, accidentally spilled
Why?
some water. And
Why?
the thing rolled into it. And so I was trying it all night.
Yeah, there's no static. Why would you do that to your poor microphone?
Look, it wasn't my fault. I had a very long day yesterday.
You know, that's fair.
I had classes. Well, I was supposed to have class at 12:30 to like 1:30, but then my teacher moved it to 5 to 7:30.
Okay. Well, to be fair, like... Wait, I don't even know what I was gonna say. Fuck, I'm sorry. By the way, guys, by the way, my dear, we are live, and, ladies and gentlemen, this is the lovely Storm.
Oh,
she is my
live.
girlfriend. So, she is real. Shut up.
You could have given me a warning ahead of time so I wouldn't be complaining about my... Would have very much appreciated that.
To be fair, though, this is more entertaining.
Gosh, you...
Anyways, yeah. This is Storm, and we're working on the COG story today. COG world and whatnot. What's up, Senate? What's up, Azelf? What's up, Spec? And what's up, Panda Plays? Spec, do you want me to call you Willow from now on? Because I can. I noticed you changed your username. And what's up, PG Clean and Exploding Pikachu? Woo! A lot of people here now. Well, Gray's sleeping on the couch tonight. Howdy, Gray. I've never heard of this game before. Okay, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, Pikachu. By the way, my dear, do you remember anything of what I told you about this world? Or are you still gonna complain that COG is ugly and you don't like him?
Look. Aesthetically, he is not a very easy on the eyes protagonist.
He's not.
I will always
meant to
complain
be.
about it.
He's not meant to
I
be.
will always complain about it.
This is not Hades, Storm. Not
I know,
everyone.
Still, I like art. I like people. Look, I like aesthetically pleasing things. We've been over it.
No, I know, and I get that, and that's fair. But, like, you give Cog a break, okay? Have you heard his story? I know you have.
I have, and I'm
Give him a
willing to get angry.
break!
I won't complain about it. I won't.
Yeah, the Coglands. Is this another friend of yours? Exploding Pikachu, this is my girlfriend.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm his girlfriend from Canada.
Yep, we still haven't met up in real life, and it's going on, what, 4 years now?
Gosh, look, we were supposed to, and then the virus hit, and everything got there.
Yeah, honestly. We were trying to make plans, and it just... Fucking Corona, dude. I want Weird Al to make a song called My Corona, just because someone has to do it, and I'd rather it be him than someone who'd make it actually offensive.
I could see him doing that.
Please let him do that. Come on. Let's see. Gray, why are you such a simp? She is literally my girlfriend, alright? Okay? Didn't know you had a girlfriend, Gray? That's sweet. My boyfriend and I are going out tomorrow, too. I hope you guys have a good time.
Enjoy your date.
Indeed.
Times like these, you have to.
Very true. And I just enjoy your company, my dear.
No. Now you're definitely simping.
I mean, I'm not giving you any money yet, but... If I can simp with compliments, then so be it. This is the second girl you've had in a stream twice in a row. I forgot that I had Maddie on the stream for Hades last week.
Oh, yeah, you actually got her in with, like, you actually got her to do that?
She demanded that she did that. I didn't even ask her. She's like, you know, I'm going to be in this stream so that you don't fuck up everything.
Yeah,
So-
but my understanding, you asked her.
No. She said, I really should be in that stream so that you don't miss a bunch of secrets. And I said, okay, I guess so. And the most I would have asked her about is like, hey, are you sure, like, are you good? You still gonna hop into the stream? So... That's the extent of that one, Chief. Like, and been in almost all of your streams. Very fair. What's poppin', Gray? Is Azelf bullying you again? Yeah. Gonna be in the stream so you don't fuck up everything. Alright, that's fair. Gray would likely fuck things up. Azelf, shut, okay? Silence. Press X to doubt. Oh, no. Guys, I promise I'm not a simp. Anyways, my dear, you have a lot more experience in world building than I do, so...
Yeah, what is it? I've run how many D&D campaigns now?
A shit ton more than me. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, and I have another, like, 3 in the works.
If you need me to boot anyone, I'm here. Thank you, Exploding Pikachu. I pay you. This is my second month of the $15 membership. I get to bully you, damn it. Oh, man. Wait, is that...
valid.
What?
Perfectly valid.
Yeah, I mean, he has a point. Read your last comment. Gray has a girlfriend. This must be a joke. It is not a joke, and I am not paying her. She is lovely, and I don't know why she still sticks her... I got no answer for you. I have no idea why she sticks around, and at this point she doesn't either. I feel like it's Stockholm Syndrome. I feel like that's a big part of it, but I don't know.
At this point, mate.
Like, she's the only one that can answer that one. So, let's see. You're not paying her yet. Just burn the fedora, Gray.
Apologize.
Shut.
I'd also like to apologize if you guys hear anything in the background. I'm in my dorm room at college right now.
Yeah,
So-
she's going to college. I'm not. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm the stay-at-home dad. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm the stay-at-home dad. Let's see. 6 viewers and 3 likes. Seems like someone is losing kneecap privileges tonight. I don't know why my boyfriend still sticks around me either. Okay, to be fair, Exploding Pikachu, that you are a wonderful person to be around, and you are very polite and stuff. I am basically a Minnesotan hillbilly, so...
He's a gremlin.
I am literally a gremlin, okay? My fucking channel mascot / OC, who is literally a greed gremlin, has more manners than I do. So, yes, that is very accurate. Anyways, the one thing that I do have for this is the magic. And it's like a physical rule. So I'm not going to read off all of this. If you guys want to, feel free to, but I'm not going to read it all off. Remind me not to feed you after midnight then. Oh my god. I hated that movie. Oh, it scared the shit out of me for years after I saw it.
I still haven't watched it.
Mm-hmm. It's not a fun time.
I'll admit I'm a coward.
Ah, you're an adorable coward, though. A Minnesotan hillbilly. The one that comes to South Carolina because Florida is too warm. But yeah, so let's get to the topic on hand instead of you guys just fucking roasting me for bringing my actual girlfriend on stream.
I don't mind.
What?
I don't mind. I find it hilarious.
Oh boy. They're saying the things you're too nice to, huh? I see how it is. Gray, I pay you, I'm allowed to. Fucking... I get paid by like 3 people right now for this channel, okay? Yeah, you pay me so you can bully me, but take it easy a little, okay? Please! My little heart can only handle so much. I may be a gremlin, but I still have emotion. Gray, don't flirt with her either. Too bad. It's literally a habit at this point.
Sadly.
Ask her. God.
It is. I think last week you messaged me at like 3 a.m. to start flirting, and I'd been passed out, and you got super sad about it. Sad boy Gray. And it was 3 a.m. What were you doing? Sometimes he drives me up the wall.
What do you think? If I message you at 3 a.m., I must be awake at 3 a.m. The only emotion you show is chaos, Gray. I mean, you're not wrong. I feel like this is like... Oh boy. Sad boy room describes Gray's mood. Yeah. But I don't... Was that when I was trying to flirt with you and it just didn't land? And
I have no clue. I was asleep, and I only got the messages once I had woken up. And to which I then started ranting to you about how you need to sleep more.
Oh yeah, we both mom friend each other too. That's a huge thing with us. Because we're both like, you better be taking care of yourselves. And then we don't take care of ourselves. Ever. So...
There's nothing wrong with being a bit of a workaholic.
My dear... There is very much a problem with... Oh, now you want to focus on the writing, now that we're calling you out.
People waiting on us.
It never lands, it starts like a graceful swan, but crashes like a diseased moth.
Mm-hmm.
A diseased moth. I've never heard that term. Don't we all have a little chaos in us? Yeah, we do. And don't worry about it, Exploding Pikachu. I can take a little shit. Aren't you secretly an owl if you're awake at 3 a.m.? Don't tell nobody. Brain fart. Oh, that's what we got. That's why we're here. Okay. Real quick, let me...
Exploding Pikachu, why would you ever do that? You no need to impress him. He can be impressed by
I
a
was
colorful
never
balloon.
shown that video! I want to see that video and no one ever showed it to me. I feel so
Also,
left
feel
out.
free to call me Storm.
What?
So they don't have to continuously type out Gray's girlfriend. Call me Storm and
Yeah.
never feel the need to impress him.
Yeah, you do not need to impress me. And if you do need to impress me, literally just, I don't know, fucking rip a Beyblade and then record it. I will be entertained for hours. Am I allowed to swear? I mean, not constantly, but you are allowed to drop one. You're not forbidden from dropping a swear. You have my permission to watch it after all? Fair enough. Let's see. Who would I tell? I see what you did there, PG Clean. But yeah. I had to add that extra clickbait into the title. Sorry. Yeah, and now we're suddenly up to 11 concurrent viewers. It tracks even sometimes as monetized streams. What the hell you doing? We're working on the world of COG, my boy. And it's a girlfriend reveal. Storm, say hi to Arduous Fox.
Oh, fuck.
It's how you just like, oh, fuck. Your mic cut out.
I know. This room is like the worst for using like an actual good mic because it's so bad.
Popcorn or chips? I'm gonna be real with you, Senate. I gotta say chips. Cause like popcorn is not filling at all. Welcome to episode number 69 of Gray is getting roasted by only 3 people that pay. Monk or Ranger? Dude. Storm, which one do I prefer? Monk or Ranger?
Monk.
Exactly.
All of his characters have to be Monk.
Not all of them. I am working on magic casters now. I'm working to play more spellcasters.
Have you yet to play one, though?
I made a bunch and I'm waiting for the campaigns to start. Yeesh. Storm is a nice nickname. I had a friend named Stormy once. My own friends usually call me Pika. Fair enough. Popcorn leaves you sad and empty. Chips leave you sad and full. Yeah, so at least chips give you something.
But yes, do not let him convince you otherwise. He is just Monk all the way. Never anything other than Monk.
Gray, I will erupting earth your house. Please no. Yo, what's up, Mom? How you doing? Hey, Storm.
Yes.
My dear girlfriend, please say hello to my mother.
Hello, Gray's mom.
I'm
Storm.
Yes, this is my girlfriend. She is a lot more polite than me and more sane and better in every way.
I wouldn't be dating him if I didn't like Gray.
I don't know why she's still dating me, though. To be fair. Gray is Monk and Monkey. Go back, I want to be Monkey. Hey, Gray's girlfriend, do you like Gray? Also, Mom says it's nice to meet you.
I'm watching the chat.
Okay. Yeah, do you like me? That's a good question.
Of course, I wouldn't be dating you if I didn't.
Fudge.
Okay.
Dry throat.
Don't die.
I'm trying not to. Good to see the fact you find value where we don't. Oh, Azelf, come on. I know that's a bold-faced lie. You wouldn't be in the chat. You wouldn't give me $15 a month if you didn't see something here. Alright? I know that's a bold-faced lie. Did Gray's mom not know he had a girlfriend? I don't remember if I had told her or not. That's the thing.
Did you not tell your mother about me?
I don't remember. Of course I knew, just hadn't met her yet. Okay, good. Okay. Oh my,
Okay.
I honestly thought I forgot to tell you about her.
Hey, at least it's better than you telling your parents and then them forgetting.
That's true. You want to tell them that story?
So, like, the first year I had been dating Gray, I had told my parents, and it was coming up on, like, the next Christmas, and I was like, okay, I need to get him a gift. And they're like, oh, who's Gray? And I looked at them. It was like, do you not remember my boyfriend? And they're like, you have a boyfriend. And I didn't know if I should have felt, you know, insulted.
Boyfriend?
They didn't think I had a boyfriend after almost a year of not shutting up about him.
Yeah, and then she showed me to her, she showed me to some of her friends, and they didn't believe that I was actually her boyfriend.
Yeah,
so, now there is indisputable truth.
Yep.
Nobody can doubt it any longer.
Yeah. Good to know they have so much faith in my romantic prospects. Ugh.
Did someone have something to ask me? I personally don't know. Since we're talking about snacks, I used to like tossing goldfish crackers into the air and catching them in my mouth until my brother kept eating them all. Okay, for a second I thought you were just going to say goldfish. Like not goldfish, like straight up goldfish. I'm sorry, it's hard having the two neurons left in my brain firing at the same time. Oh man. Want to see a speedrun with a no-guard Arcus? I mean, didn't we kind of already do that with Charity Stream? Let's... Oh my god. Gray, when are you making the world... When you are making the world, could you skip America? The world doesn't need more chaos when it will be under your control. You know what? Fair enough. I'm gonna be real with y'all. There ain't gonna be no America here. Okay, back on topic. Jesus, how long has it been? We've been live for 20 minutes. We're actually going on half an hour now, and we haven't said a damn thing about world building. So, my dear, do you remember anything about what I've told you about this world so far?
Very little, seeing as the last time we actually talked about this topic, it was some point September, and I've been busy.
Fair. Well, can you name anything that you remember from it?
Nope.
God damn it!
Look, you asked me to come on stream today and didn't tell me what the stream was about.
I literally sent you a link!
Yeah, like an hour before it was going to happen.
Yes, because that's what everyone else knew!
I would have appreciated a bit more time for me to read up on what we were doing.
Well, then in the future, I'll make sure to give you more time. But...
Please and thank you.
Of course. You have two neurons, lucky bastard. I work at Target in South Carolina. Karens have drained me. Remember the immense controversy about Australia being fake? They're gonna be fighting for half an hour. See, now we won't fight as long as we don't bring up milking goats. That's a whole story in of itself.
First off, darling, it was deer. It was deer.
Deer, that's what it was. Oh, no, it started with goats. It started off with milking goats, and then it went to deer.
Anyway, let's focus. We drove in to watch the stream for world building, and we've completely gone off track. Let's focus.
Okay. That's like telling a doctor to fix a car. Wait, I know better about what? What did I say? I literally already forgot.
Why are you like... Okay. We're talking about... Well, we started off with the magic system, and then never continued with it.
Okay. Hey, Greg, I'm gonna do a world record speedrun. I'm pissing you off. Bonsley is bad. Weak to You know, I wasn't going to... It's not... It's not weak to rock. Rock is not weak to rock. You know what? A magic system. Magic attraction. Fuck it. Do I get to ban him? My dear, you are witnessing my chat in real time.
I am.
Yep. Pro tip, milk a fat orange cat if you want some free marinara sauce. Garfield, shut. Exploding Pikachu, let me ban. Please don't. Let's just get to the video, guys. Just copy paste TES magic system. I mean, let me explain this, okay? This is actually a more serious thing, and this is part of a big project that I do want to work on. I want to make the COG thing a major part of the channel. So the first thing that I came up with for this world is how magic works. And I'm not going to explain all of this. I will be posting a link for you guys if you want to read through it during the stream or later or whatever. But essentially what it is there's gonna be a lot of clickbait in this live stream. No. Wait. Imagine big babies? Therefore, rock is weak to rock. Hashtag science. Arduous, shut. Okay? Shut. We are talking magic now. This is my dear, this is why I have 2 brain cells left. This is what I have to deal with. But you know what? I love them. They still watch the garbage stuff I put out, so. Are we gonna have another D-Team incident? I hope not as fun as that was. Oh god, not the D-Team. Oh no. You still there, Storm?
I'm here. I'm just... Remember how I said I was still kind of busy today with classwork?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of also working on that.
Okay. Fair enough. Shit. Hold on. There we go. So in chat there, that's a link to the World Anvil page for this world. And they're going to be updating this constantly, so keep an eye on it. But this is like the first page for it.
I will get on Tim about that. Cause sheesh, Gray, ignoring your mother and stepfather. How dare you?
What? I'm sorry, I've been busy.
No excuse, no excuse.
I'm sorry.
No excuse.
Senate. You know what, Storm? Read out Senate's most recent comment.
I'm not. No, not happening. Ooh, thank you.
Okay.
I don't think I'd get through it without laughing.
Fair. Are those 2 brain cells borrowed from your girlfriend? Nah, hers wouldn't be this rotten. Like, hers would not be this eroded. So, is that timeout worthy? No, it's not. It's not legal if you don't get caught. Can I cover up that brothel comment? You know what? He's done worse. If he wants to delete it, then he can delete it. It's up to him if I get monetized or not. Oh, it's got... Okay. The stream will be a lot of clickbait. I did nothing. Okay. Let's see here. We're crying over here from laughter. You're ruining my world record speedrun here, Gray? Come on. Well, what a shame. I'm sorry that I've grown more tolerant over the past couple of weeks. Back to the reason I set up this stream, okay? Let's do that. Let's go back. Let's wind it back. So, in the stream, a little ways up, mods, please repost that link that I sent. That's the World Anvil page. That's where you can go, and that's where you can see all the updates for the world when I do stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna do more than one stream of this. As Elf says, also, who the fuck milks deer? If you touch the deer titty, I'll invert your intestines. As Elf, delete that comment right now before Storm and I argue for 2 hours over milking deer. Please, I'm begging you.
The whole argument was that you could if you tried, not that you want to.
But there's no reason!
Exactly, I'm just saying, if some madman.
It shouldn't exist, that's my point!
I'm saying you don't want to, but there's crazy people.
I get that there's crazy people, and that you can milk a deer, but there are also crazy people, and you're not gonna run up to a random woman on the street and milk her, are you? You're not gonna run out and find a fucking rhinoceros and milk it, are you? No!
Look, the whole argument stemmed from the fact that deer have, I don't even know at this point who started, because it wasn't me. We got into an argument over if deer had udders, and then it devolved into if you could milk a deer. It was a very weird conversation. We were playing Dungeons and Dragons and somehow got onto that. Don't ask. I don't even know.
As Elf, silence! We are fitting new chaos levels I thought were impossible.
Let's focus.
Yes, let's focus. Thank you, Plask. Plask, can you post that a couple more times, like 2 or 3 more times? World Anvil page. Go there for the updates. Bookmark it. Check it out constantly. It'll be updating. Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Olamia. I might, if I can figure out how the circle pad works with that on my totally legitimate software. So the magic system. You guys can go to that link, the World Anvil page, and there will be a link to this, and you can read through all of it if you'd like, but the gist of it is that magic is essentially magnetized. People are born with magic in them, or they're not. There's no middle ground. If you're born with magic in you, then you can attract magic of the same type. And if you try and attract other kinds of magic, it'll make you sick, or it'll hurt you or something, depending on what kind of magic it is. There's 7 basic types, which is dark, light, fire, water, earth, and air. And the final one is called ether. What's up, Poodle? How you doing? And ether is like the most raw, unrefined thing. It's basically all the different elements, but like a conglomeration of them. Just the rawest form of magic. And if you have ether magic, then you can take in anything else and break it down, but it's the same law as, like, the food chain in nature, how you only get 10% of the energy you consume. Someone definitely tried to put some dirt in their child's belly after they found out that it had no magic. Oh no. But ether is the rarest one, because ether, put simply, is just too general. It's kind of like an evolutionary thing, where magic is more attracted to humans if it's a specified thing, and it's more attracted to just inherently wild magical animals if it's ether, which isn't really specific. And that means that the animals can subconsciously just take in all the magic around them like humans do of their type, but they can also take in all other types at a cut to the amount that they take in from them. So it basically makes it easier for them to survive with the magic that they're given. Arduous Fox, I see where you're going with that, and I do not like it. Is this making sense so far, chat, Storm?
I think it's fine.
Okay. So once you have what kind of magic you got, what base magic, then you gotta split into the subdivisions. And every single subdivision of ether is specific to the wild animal it's inheriting, unless it's for a conscious, like a being with higher cortical function. And by that, I mean, like human-level intelligence. And every subcategory for anyone with human-level intelligence, magic bends to fit their personality. Therefore, for every single person, magic is different. You dirty little dirt baby salmonella. Oh my god. I don't think Gray would like it if I spammed the Vaporeon copy pot. I really would not. 635 words per second. Oh boy. But yeah, so everyone's magic is kind of, it custom tailors itself to fit your personality. And it's, the subcategories that you can control also depend on how it fits your personality. So like, if you're Earth, then you might be able to control plants, or you might be able to communicate with animals, or you might be able to control dirt, or rocks, or metal to some degree. But you're not going to be able to control the wind or weather or anything like that, and odds are you're not going to have control over all of that. Odds are you're only going to have control over, like, I don't know, maybe a specific genus of flower. Or you can communicate with a specific species of animal. Or you can move, like, either sedimentary, igneous, or, what was the last kind of rock? Sedimentary, igneous, and what? Storm, help.
I went into computer programming, not geography.
I understand that, but I need your help.
Metamorphic.
Metamorphic. Thank you, PG. Let's see. So it's like you can control igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic rock. You know, it's very specific per person. And it's, you get the magic back in you naturally over time while you use it, and there's always a base amount that you cannot use. You cannot access it. It's always going to be a part of you. If you try to use it, and you somehow wedged it out of yourself, you die. Because that's essentially removing your soul. It's like if, let's say your soul is like an entire body, then trying to take out that last bit of magic would be like trying to remove the spine. You're fucked, you know? You're just dead at that point. And then it's brain fart. Am I still making sense? Is that Storm?
Me, you are? I was reading the chat to see what they were. But then again, I've been around you enough to understand sometimes when you're speaking gibberish.
Okay.
I'm trying to see what they think.
Alright. That's kind of similar to the magic system in the Aragon series. Dude, it's been forever since I last read that. Oh boy. So, TLDR. You can only use the kind of magic you're born with, and you can't use all the mana that you got from that magic, like every last drop, or you literally just wind up killing yourself. Literally.
Going back to your spine comment, here's a real big question. Does it remove the entire spine, like the bone and the spinal cord, or just the bone? Because if it's just the bone, then you're just a flip-floppy noodle person.
No. Every last bit of the spine. And the spinal cord. Like,
okay,
everything from that general area. So, it literally just rends it from your body. It'll probably take a bit of your brain stem with it, too. So, also, guys, please stop with the hostilities in chat. I am begging you. I want to work on this story, not work on our communication skills and bring down violence among us. I don't want there to be any violence, alright? Let's all hone in on this. Because I need your help with this. Thank you, Plask. I appreciate you. Let's talk magic, boys, indeed. So, this is what I want to do. I want you guys to ask questions about it so that you guys can understand. And ask, like, maybe scenario-specific things, too. So that, maybe if I didn't think of something, we can rule it back in, you know? And that goes for you too, Storm. If you have any questions about it.
Alright, here's an important thing I always ask myself when developing a magic system for a world. Is there a way to turn somebody into a crab?
What? How is that an important magic question?
Because it determines, like, if there's transmutation magic, and that is one of the magics that can break, like, an economy.
Hell yeah, I want to be a crab. Magic is magic, nerd. Yes, crab people.
And, great, you know I've DM'd for us and our friends, and I'll tell you this now. I've been asked if a person can get turned into a crab multiple times. So it's been a thing that I've had to deal with when making magic systems.
Okay, let me put it this way. You cannot turn someone into a crab unless it's yourself, and unless you are somehow able to gain access to more than one kind of magic, and that's a whole issue on itself.
Okay, so we know that transmutation, at least for other people, exists.
People can transmutate themselves if they have a very specific set of conditions set.
Yeah, you can't transmutate someone else.
Think of this magic system less like D&D's and more like My Hero Academia's.
Mm-hmm.
Because this isn't a steampunk setting, and
Well, even with My Hero Academia, you gotta be careful. I mean, there was that one guy that turned people into flesh blobs.
Yeah, but that's only temporary. There's a time limit, and every single one makes him more tired.
Yeah, still though. Crabs. Even temporarily. Gotta know. You can turn a person into a crustacean.
You can only turn yourself into a crustacean. There will be no crustacean nations in my novel!
As far as you know. Fan fictions exist.
Fuck! This magic system reminds me of the mutants from Marvel. Someone else actually told me that, too. I don't remember who when I was telling them about it, but... I do watch anime. I am not a weeaboo, but I watch anime. Turns people into flesh blobs. SCP-001. As Elf shut. There are too many SCP-001s, and that needs to wait until I play SCP Containment Breach. Alright? Because that's gonna happen eventually. I know it is. It's fucking inevitable. So I'm just woeing for the day that it comes. Fudge! But, yeah, think of this magic system more like, I guess, mutants from Marvel, or more like My Hero Academia powers than actual, like, D&D magic.
Alright, well, now I've made you think about the crab issue.
Yeah, and I've already turned it down, so...
But now you know it's not possible.
Yeah, that's true. One oddly specific scenario down... billions upon trillions more to go.
It can be addressed to other animals other than just crustaceans.
Yeah. Gray is a Minnesotan weeaboo, a virgin. For Storm's sake, I'm not going to say anything about that. Right now. But, yeah. Wait, you're making a world in which Mr. Krabs himself is not canon? Damn right I am!
He's too powerful. He'd end up destroying the world.
Indeed. So he's not a virgin. No, I am for the time being.
Or not anything else.
Yeah, we're not going down this path, not live.
Apparently mom's in the chat, and that's awkward.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, so questions about the magic system. Honest, serious questions, please. Write that down, write that down. Shut the fuck up, Fox. Jesus. Time for fanfiction. Azelf, shut. Guys, focus. Serious questions about the magic system.
Serious question. How easy is it for someone with the magic that you've already...
Do not bring up a fucking crab!
To nuke the world.
Oh my god.
What is the upper limit of your magical strength?
That depends on how frequently you take in magic, how much magic you started with in your body, and how much magic is around you. Name one of the oldest anime, Trigun? I think that's the oldest one I've personally seen. But you have to get enough magic to make a magical nuke. You can do it, but odds are one person cannot hold that power because they will die from the explosion at like 1% of the way there. Odds are it's going to take a bunch of people gathering magic in one area and condensing it down into a container that's a couple feet thick. And then sending it out. And then somehow penetrating the container, even with just a very thin pinhole, and then the pressure would just cause a magical nuke. And that would not be good for anybody. And unfortunately, it has happened to the world before. So...
Garfield did ask asked a question to clear it up, though.
So basically, someone can be born with a general type of magic that gets fleshed out into a more specific ability based on their personality. Yes, actually, pretty much. Their DNA does have a role to play in it too, but... Arduous Fox! Focus! Please! But yes, Garfield, that is essentially... That's essentially how the magic system works. Your DNA and your personality kind of define how your magic appears as well. It defines how your magic appears and how it functions. And then the base... Because if a person... Let's say you clone yourself and they somehow gain access to a different form of magic, their abilities could differ incredibly, and their abilities' appearance could differ incredibly just because it's a different base type. Would magic be able to, for example, instead of improving someone and giving them a useful skill, be able to basically make it so every year a part of their body would go through necrosis? Maybe not that extreme. But I suppose there would... If it's based on DNA and DNA can get fucked up, then I suppose it would make sense for magic to be able to give someone a disability too. But that would mean they'd already have to have a disability in their DNA. So... Any other questions, my dear? Any other questions, chat? Storm!
I'm reading to see what they just sent.
Okay.
They just had some questions.
Okay. Oh, they got 2 new ones. What is magic, Gray? It's magnetic gas, basically. It's weird magnetic gas. If two people with magic had a baby, would the child also have magic? Now, that's a good question. I'm going to say that they'd only have magic if they got the proper genes. And the base magic they'd get would depend on their parents' base magic, whichever parents' genes they got more of. Or I guess whichever parent has more dominant genes in the child would be the magic that child would have. But if there's just a bunch of recessive genes from previous generations who didn't have magic, then the baby wouldn't have magic. I guess it would depend mainly on the family history. What role would magicless people even play in society? Are there even magicless people? Wouldn't they just be pushed around by people with fancy god powers? That's the thing. Magic is not fancy god powers. Magic is something that you gotta really train and hone. And the ones with fancy god powers are usually really high up in the world military. And yes, it is a world military. That's for a whole nother video. And yes, there are plenty of people without magic. The number's about even. And usually the people without magic are protected by the people with magic by the government. Because with or without magic, you aren't immune from bullets, and this is steampunk era. So, people without powers usually just carry around powerful weapons imbued with magic, or they carry around guns. It makes me mad that you have almost 5k subs or your vids barely get to 100 views. Honestly, same. I don't know what the issue... I am assuming a lot of them just subscribed during the fucking... challenge run phase, but... you don't understand every genetic scientific explanation. Do magic types have any inherent advantage or disadvantage to each other? Or is it just logically like water extinguishes fire and wind can't blow rock very well? I mean, yeah. In this world, physics applies. In that way, think of it kind of like Avatar, The Last Airbender, for the magic types conflicting. If someone throws a rock at you, and you have, like, a water gun, you're not gonna stop it. But if you have, like, a 5,000 PSI water jet, like a fucking Blastoise or like Inteleon or something, and you shoot the rock down the middle, it's probably gonna split, and you're probably gonna be able to avoid getting hit by it, you know? So it is exactly like the mutants, but a higher chance of death. I didn't know mutants are... I genuinely am not very into Marvel mutant stuff. What are guns gonna do? Aren't guns powerful too? Guns are powerful. Yeah, bear in mind, everyone else is flesh and bone. Magic does not give you god powers. Magic is not like Key in the Dragon Ball universe. It's like in My Hero Academia. You know how they use a gun to dole out that quirk erasing shit? Yeah, same rule applies. A gun is a fucking gun. And you're bipedal and you're made of flesh and bone. You're gonna die. Like, special magic type that lets you play anything including mayonnaise as an instrument? Probably not. So I can just control people's blood in their body? No, you cannot. You can usually only control non-living things or yourself or plants and animals. Like, yeah, it's not even really controlling plants or animals. It's more like persuading them. Yeah. Which it's like a weaker version of the one guy who can talk to animals in My Hero Academia. Kind of like a weaker version of that. if we're talking animal controlling stuff. So, what are some other questions? Storm, do you got any?
Not at the moment. They seem to cover most of the bases.
Okay. So if you do a blood transfusion, you can control the other guy. Actually, that's a good question. I never thought of that.
I mean, I guess for a short while you might be able to, because at some point the other person's body would filter out the blood, like switch it over.
Well, yeah. But immediately after, I suppose, yeah. Arduous Fox, Panda plays You're Not Stressing Me Out, and Arduous Fox, if you keep spamming, one of my mods will mute you, or you will get banned by YouTube, because that has happened before. Are humans and human-like races the only ones with magic? If so, would Cog have some sort of magic or not, since he's some sort of cave gremlin? That's the thing. Humans and human-like races are not the only ones with magic. Wild animals do have magic. They just can't consciously use it like humans and other human-like races can, because they don't have the higher cortical function. Some more intelligent animals can use their mana in specific ways, like unicorns can use it to heal others, or like dragons can use it to breathe fire. That sort of deal. You know, trolls can use it to regenerate faster. However, others merely have magic in their bodies as an extra source of longevity and or energy, so that they need to eat less. So basically, unicorn troll from D&D, yeah, or like the unicorn spell from Wizard 101. But yeah, some animals inherently have magic flowing through them. And Peck are one of those animals. And in most depictions, Peck are relatively intelligent, but they aren't human-level intelligence. They're not quite intelligent bird level or dolphin level or anything like that. Octopi can use it to become shitty clarinet playing big note. As elf, no. I know I'm a rainbow, thank you. I'm fabulous. Anyways, yeah, Cog is an inherently magical animal, and he has access to, ether magic, because 99% of, inherently magical animals have access only to ether magic, and dragons and unicorns and stuff that can use that magic for specific things outside of just extra longevity and stuff often have to draw in magic of a different kind to use that ability, and it really strains their bodies. So it's like a last-ditch effort kind of thing, kind of like a gecko detaching their tail. How many races with human intelligence or higher are there? That's something I still haven't figured out yet. Obviously, there are orcs and elves, because those are in the chapters already, and there are obviously humans as well. But there are a lot of races that I want to see if I can fit in there, and there are a lot more races that I don't want to add in. One race, as an example, that I don't want to add in are dwarves. I don't want to add dwarves into this, because they're not very differentiated from humans in the way that they would be implemented. So that's that's pretty much that. Basically, it's TBD, to be determined. I haven't fully decided on that yet. What what are some other questions you guys have? You have any more questions, Storm?
Frankly, I'm kind of laughing at the fact you're still getting roasted in chat.
I just ignore them until they stop. Because, I want this to be an honest... I want you guys, honestly, to help me write this story. I know most of my streams are goofing off and talking shit and pretty much just shit posts. But this is one of those streams where I genuinely want to have feedback from you guys, and I genuinely want to hear what you guys have to say, and I want to answer your questions, and I want to ask you questions.
I got a question.
Go for it.
In what ways is magic been able to be imbued? Do you have things like people having used magic to make automobiles? Or, because you mentioned that it can be used in weaponry.
It can be infused into weaponry, yes. But that requires... it requires a person to gather magic manually and store it in a special source, which they then install into the weapon or tool in order to use it. And once that runs out, they must take out the... I guess you could call it a battery. They have to take out the battery again, charge it themselves, and then plug it back in.
Also, I believe he trusts you enough because he's a dork, and he, remember, we talked about this earlier, has 2 brain cells.
Yes, exactly. And I'm slowly dwindling down to just 1. Is there a religion? I am glad you asked that, Senate. There's religion, there are gods, but they are not what you think. I'm just waiting for you guys to ask more. And imagine we're all dorks here. We gotta stick together and share what brain cells we have left. Yes, share the communal 3 brain cells. And then Storm has a full brain still. Lucky.
At this point, we'll see how long I have it once I get out of college. It's the first week, and I'm already despising college.
You need to make some sort of death cult like the Sarkics? Mom said it's my turn on the brain cell.
Well, there's 3. That means 3 of you can have at least 1 each.
I'm imagining it just like there's only 1 communal brain cell, and we share it around like the fucking Fates from Hercules. Just Mom said it's my turn on the brain cell. Oh my god, that's good. Why is magic so scarce in individuals when it seems to be abundant in nature? That is chalked up to evolution, actually. Because, a lot of times, human beings, they don't need magic, because they have the highest intelligence. That's like, why are some animals so densely built? Why are badgers basically fucking indestructible? It's because... And we're not. It's because we have higher intelligence, so we can find ways around those issues. And as higher intelligence grew, the need for magic fell. But magic is tied to DNA. So as inherently magical things crossed with primate ancestors, some of them gained genetic DNA. Some magical genetics, I should say. Some of them gained magical genetics. And that just kind of spread through the human race, but not steadily. because obviously witch hunts exist and all that shit. Because it's not that common that you see things in the wild that can breathe fire. It's not like dragons are commonplace, and it's not like inherently magical beings are either. A lot of them are just hunted immediately so that they're not a threat to humans. This sounds weird, but for real, you should make so people that do have magic can have an ancestor that was the same race that Cog is? I'll think about it. I think it was like a honey badger or something? Or like a wolverine or something like that? I don't remember. I think it was like Carl Smallwood talked about him being indestructible. If it's chalked up to evolution, how would humans be hindered by magic? You wouldn't just devolve magic, would you? It would just stick around uselessly like the appendix does? That's kind of what happens in inherently magical humans. Because magic isn't needed when you have higher intelligence, but some of the inherently magical creatures did breed with humans. And there was an old race of them that were intelligent, but with humans and human-like entities, they killed them all off because they were more of a threat. But lingering remnants of them still exist as magical human beings or magical human-like races, just not very commonly. And there were witch hunts, too, for a while, but that died down in place of them saying, like, hey, don't kill me. I'll just be a bodyguard, and if I try and kill someone, just shoot me with one of your 5 guns that you have constantly on you to fend off the evil magical creatures. So it's not that they devolved magic, it's that it was kind of like a natural selection sort of deal, in addition to any of them that would inherently have magic because they evolved from inherently magical creatures either went on to be like a gremlin or a goblin or a peck, or they just didn't need it anymore because of higher cortical function. And it was just an unnecessary complication for the body. The Discord is actually on my homepage. Actually, one of you guys, Azelf, Plask, anyone here, any of my mods, want to post a link to the Discord? That's a good thing to add. Plask, that is not a link to the Discord. I appreciate you, but that's not a link to the Discord.
It is in fact in the Discord.
Oh, no, that's fair. Yeah, the Discord is in the description, Panda Plays. What other questions do you have about the magics? And yes, I am taking a really scientific approach to this, I know, but for real this time, yeah. But yeah, I know I'm taking like a really serious, straight-on scientific approach to this, but that's kind of what I want for this world, because I don't want magic to overtake the overall steampunk aesthetic. I want it to be a part of life, but I also want it to clearly be, you know, not the main thing. I want magic to be a part of life just like scientific advancements are a part of life, just like religion's a part of life, just like going to the grocery store or mowing the lawn is a part of life, you know? Gray, you're killing the remaining brain cells. It's my turn next. No, Mop says I get the brain cell for 3 more minutes. But, yeah, what other questions do we have? Panda Plays, chill, Jesus. Are you still there, Storm?
I'm still here. I'm watching the chaos that is chat.
Okay. Crazy Martin, I'll tell you when you're older. But, yeah, what other questions do you guys have?
Do you have any ideas if there's going to be things such as ley line?
Oh yeah, there are ley lines, but they don't work the way you think they do. Instead of activating magic, they act as like a sort of magic vacuum. And humans have found a way to build machines that use these ley lines to protect themselves from very special threat that's coming out in Chapter 3 of the COG story. So I'm not going to get into that right now, but I'll have another stream to talk about those things when they come up. How do you find the exit in IKEA? I've been here for 3 years now. Bro, you went to the wrong IKEA. Look out for the people with no face in there. Hey, Storm, want to explain ley lines to Azelf?
Oh, do you not know what... ley lines are... Best way to describe them is they're essentially, in some cases, magical power lines. I know in some myth they were they're kind of like the weakest points between the magical and the non-magical. I believe usually those mushroom portals that people talked about Fave were built around them. They're essentially a place where magic is strongest.
Mm-hmm. No, you were right when you said magical power lines, or like magical power grids, I guess. And
yeah.
They just kind of go throughout the world.
Mm-hmm.
Does magic dissipate upon death? If not, can there be spooky skeleton people? There are people who can animate skeletons, but only for a short time, and only as a sort of puppet. Magic does dissipate upon death, and it takes a little bit for the magic to disperse, but it's not like you can just kill someone and then immediately jar up all of their magic. The magic that leaves them no longer works like a magnet. Something about it being with their soul is what turns it into a magnet. When they die, the magic just kind of drifts back into one of the ley lines to be recycled into its respective magics and or into ether magic. So that's a very good question. We have Viking music. Does this mean that there are magical government spies called birds that use them to recharge? Fuck off, Azelf! The griffins work for the bourgeoisie. Question of this became Q&A. Sort of. This is so that I can really flesh out the magical system of this world. 3rd grade science class just got a bit harder. Ambient Skyrim, you say? I think there was here we go. This'll work.
Is this really happening?
I don't care about your stupid show. Okay? I don't have Disney Plus. There we go. I am in the middle of a stream. Alright, I'll be right up. Looks like I have to go momentarily. Storm?
What?
Entertain the audience.
Oh god, why have you given me
Entertain the audience. I'm trusting you.
You've condemned me to the deepest pits of Hades. Why?
Entertain the audience.
I don't...
Do it.
What am I supposed... Hi? I don't know. You're the entertainer out of the two of us.
I don't know,
Okay.
you're pretty entertaining.
I just don't know what I'd say.
Well, ask her about D&D stuff. Ask her some
Yeah,
questions
you
about
guys-
D&D stuff while you wait for me to get back.
About D&D or the
Talk
milk
about
and deer
milking
incident.
deer. Fuck. You can tell
We
about that
should
incident.
never-
I gotta go do this whatever thing. I'll be back shortly.
Don't be. He does this sometimes. My favorite character I've ever played. I'm going to have to say the first character ever made, which was the worst. Because I had no clue what I was doing and thought it would be a perfect time to homebrew my own custom race, which was terrible. Never do it. Look, play some D&D before you think about ever actually creating something of your own. They'll be so broken. I made a teleporting bird person. It wasn't a good idea. Then, okay. Oh, hi, John. Hey, Saseki. My favorite Pokemon? Okay. Hiseki's gonna make fun of me for this in chat, and I... Don't sweat about it. If anything, he's trapped in the basement. I'm not. I got free windows and all that. Anyway, my favorite Pokemon before I get off topic. It's Pidove. I like Pidove. People make fun of me because I like Pidove. I think it's cute. I love it. I love just the squishy bird that it. Small squishy bird. I love it. It's look. It's adorable. It has a heart on it. And apparently the one before that was even worse. Because it was ferret. And that's just a ferret. That's long. I know. Look, Pidove's adorable. You can't go wrong with Pidove. I love Pidove. It's great. I think it's better than Ferret. I don't know. It's adorable. Not really his D game. It was his comedy. I'll say that. He makes me laugh. The screen over. Yes, he knows, and he says it's not weird. He says it's perfectly fine because he likes Bonsley. Yeah, this is weird. He's wrong. Look, Pidove is fine. I'm fine to like Pidove. It's adorable. It's a small bird. I I'm a huge fan of chickens and pigeons in real life. Wait, any more questions? So I can stop. Look. It's adorable. I owned pheasants for the longest time and it evolves into a pheasant. Fave Pokemon region. That one's hard. Because it depends on, like, if we're going off, like, the world building, just for the stuff that's happened in the game, gonna have to say Unova. Story was great in Pokemon Black and White. Loved the story in Pokemon Black and White. But I've always had a strong affection for Johto too. Quite a few have been monks. We played roughly 5 of them. He usually tends to be a monk. It's bad. You have to kind of, like, the last session we played in, I had to force him to not be a monk. What is my least favorite Pokemon? I am sub to Gray. I do watch his streams. I just I'm not usually in chat because I usually am working on homework. But my least favorite Pokemon, I'm gonna have to think on this one. Okay, what is that stupid looking fish in Alola? It has, like, it's bright pink and yellow. I hate it. I hate its color scheme. Yes, that. I don't like its color scheme, and I don't know if that's enough to hate it, but I certainly don't like it. Hey, shush. Its color palette's so ugly. It's like a clown threw up on it and decided, yeah, I'm fine with wearing this to work today. Yeah, the bird has a nice color scheme. It looks well. It suits. And then they got this gosh darn fish. Ugh. My favorite legendary, though, Panda plays. Favorite legendary... Gonna have to say Ho, but that's because Ho was my starting legendary when I started playing the Pokemon games. Least favorite. Does it have to be like a main game legendary? Can it be like a lesser legendary? Or does it have to be like a title card legendary? Nope. Okay. That's true. I'm not sure how much hate this is gonna get me, but I'm not a big fan of like the spirits, like the mess spirit. Not a big fan. Oh, I've made someone angry by saying that. Like, I'm fine with them, they're just not my favorite. Oh boy. Oh no. I better start running. Yeah, and see, my biggest issue just comes from sore feelings about, for some reason, getting my not sure if I can say that, getting my butt handed to me over and over again by one of them, and it's just turned into a I kind of dislike you to all of them. No. Hmm. Which one of them is my least favorite? Although I can. Alright, I will tell. I will tell him in a second. Which one is my least favorite? I'm going to have to say my spirit. The pink one. You're right, I don't play competitively. I like the designs, it's all I'm here for. I really don't. I suck. I suck at it. I completely believe he'd wipe me, like just wipe the floor with me, because I suck at competitive play. I have beaten the league. That is something I've done. To be fair, it might be through just pure brute force. I played Heart Gold Soul Silver and I got through Heart Gold, and then Unova, of course. White and 2. Black and White 2. And kind of just from there. Trying to. He doesn't play competitively, I don't think, Garfield, but I believe he knows a lot more. Yeah, like, he knows how to, unlike I, who's just there for the pretty fantasy animals.
I actually used to frequent Pokemon Showdown.
Oh god. Hello! By the way, Hiseki says hi.
Hey, Jono.
Also, yes, I also beat X and Y. I don't think the only one I don't think I've beaten that I've owned would have to be Pearl, and that's because
Cynthia?
my cousin broke like the little game thing it came on, the game square thing? The little thing that you put into your DS. SD thing. Look, John, don't. Pidove is adorable.
No, you, John. No, you. My sister wanted me to melt fucking dry ice so that the cats wouldn't get into it.
Can you repeat what you just said? Because my brain does not want to. My brain thinks you said, my sister wanted me to milk dry ice. And I'm like, how do you milk ice?
Melt.
Melt. There you go. We're gonna get into that conversation about deer again.
So what have you been talking to the chat about?
They've been asking me about Pokemon and roasting me about my choices and favorites.
Don't roast her about loving Pidove, guys. Come on.
Pidove is... I love it. It's small.
Like you.
I am short. Yes. Thank you for letting them know.
Yep. 5'4", 5'6", around there.
Oh, roughly.
I am about 6 feet exactly, so.
I was supposed to be taller. Didn't
Nope.
get those genes.
Nope. I gotta be taller so I can pick you up.
Also, I may have made Azelf angry because they asked me what my least favorite legendaries were, and I mentioned that I'm not a big fan of the spirits.
Hmm. To be fair, they're about mid-tier for me, mid to low tier, but they're not my favorites, but it's not like they're poorly designed, you know?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's more of I dislike them. I don't hate them. I dislike them solely for the fact that for some reason they wiped the floor with me when I was playing originally. And that's residual energy that's just carried on.
Gray is 6 feet tall, but 89% is chair. Screw off. I am the big boy.
Look, they're just I don't even know how to defend myself against arguments that they were apparently weak. It's been I will neither confirm nor deny that, Senate.
She hadn't seen me in real life, but if you want to know the exacts, the last time I got measured, excuse me, I think they said I was like 5'11" and 3/4. And that was a couple of years ago, because COVID and annual doctor visit didn't happen yet, so. Hey, Storm, were you born on a highway? Because that's where most accidents happen. Oh, Panda. Oh, Panda, do I need to ban you? Do I need to fucking ban you? Do I need to put you on silence mode for a decade? Then delete that comment.
I'm fine with it. If you're getting roasted, it's fine. I get roasted.
I am very defensive.
I know you are.
Okay, what? Hold on. What all questions were they asking you about, though? Because now I'm curious.
Mostly about Pokemon. A lot about Pokemon. Favorite Pokemon, least favorite. If I had beaten any of the Pokemon games, which I have. Though I have admitted to them that I suck at competitive Pokemon playing. Like, I know nothing about it.
I know a lot about competitive Pokemon play. I just don't. I'm not the biggest fan of actually playing competitive because I get too competitive myself. And then I get all grumpy if I lose, so.
It's true, he does.
Gray, your girlfriend, made Azelf mad, and now he's on his way. You better hide her. Well, she lives in Canada. Good luck finding her there.
Be eaten by a polar bear.
Mm-hmm. Gently place girlfriend in safety box. What the fuck is safety box, John?
I don't. I mean Beartic. Yeah, sorry, Beartic.
Alright, let's see.
They're at 5.
Oh my god, that's a lot of chat.
Yeah, it's mostly been Pokemon questions.
Let's see. Okay, so I did get one more serious question from the Senate. Do the gods have everything to do with magic, or is it just natural? Actually, magic has everything to do with the gods. In fact, the gods would not exist if magic didn't. It's, putting it very, very simply, the gods are essentially hyper-concentrated magic mixed with, incidental sentience. As Elf may know teleport, but I know throat punch. Smush the magic into a ball and believe in it hard enough. Some of the gods are actually a result of magical nuke testing. How sentient are the gods? They're about human level sentience. About human level. I'm gonna be a throat punch if you make a fist. Hell yeah! It would actually be cool if some of them were just dumb as rocks and just kept in line by the actual smart ones. Honestly...
Do you mean Ares and Athena?
Get roasted!
Not really a roast. Mythology. Mythology jab.
In this situation, I would go as far as to say if they're considered demigods, if they didn't get the sentience, but are still mobile beings. Think of them, in that case, the quote-unquote demigods, as single-cell organisms. They have very simple functionalities, but they're still living magic. How seriously do you plan on taking this role? I take it very seriously. I want this to be an actual thing that has depth and actually good story and stuff. Soulfire and Hidden Heroes are late to the stream. Indeed you are. Say hello to them, my dear Storm. Hidden Heroes just joined.
Hello.
That is my girlfriend. She is real. I think someone also asked if there are... That might have been you, Senate. Asked if there are cars. There aren't exactly cars. I'll get into that in a different video. And are there cell phones? No, but there are landlines. What was this stream meant for again? To flesh out the COG world. Not to shitpost, lads. Save that for the Jackbox and Hades Hell Mode streams.
Yeah, this stream is essentially for him to help you guys, help his two brain cells actually decide on stuff.
Yeah.
And think about stuff.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm not saying, Storm.
Brain cell batteries.
Gotta get my dinner so you have fun with your shenanigans. Sounds good, Jono. Thanks for stopping by the stream. This stream was meant to explain the world to us, or was it to take ideas? Well, not take ideas, but bounce ideas off, like a brainstorming session, and to explain stuff to you guys so that you have a better understanding. Because you guys are just being introduced into the world of magic, just like Cog is in the story right now. So I figure magic is the best thing to start with. And if you guys presented an idea that works better than what I had planned out, I might go with it. Obviously give you credit when I'm discussing it, but can deer have magic? No, because they are not inherently magical. There are inherently magical animals, and there are non-inherently magical animals. Don't worry about it, Garfield. Was very finicky about word choice. Just ask Storm. I'm very finicky about word choice.
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright speedrun when? Never. But I will play through the Ace Attorney Investigations games if I get voice actor friends with me. Looking at you, Sendak and John. And you too, Storm. Because we need female voice actors.
Oh, yes.
And your voice is beautiful.
No need to make the watchers uncomfortable with how much you have to flirt.
I mean, they shat on me through the stream up to this point, so... Oh, God. I just moved my fingernail on the mug the wrong way, and it just dragged along the grains like a little mini nail on a chalkboard. I do not like that. Go back, I want to be monkey. You got a Discord, you know? I do indeed. Check the description. Could someone's magic power just be to produce... Senate? Come on, man. Come on.
Gosh, if you're going to ask if this is in relation to the earlier question you had about if deer can have magic.
It is not a valid question because you're trying to get us to argue about the old argument that shall never be mentioned.
It wasn't even an argument. We were more just aggressively agreeing with each other and didn't like the fact that we were aggressively agreeing with each other.
Yeah! You know, that's actually a better description of it. Could someone's magic power create life like a child, dog, fish, and such? No, that's down to the female of the species and or mitosis. Some power can control non-sentient life, though, by essentially giving it a brain that's linked to your... It's really complicated on how that one works. Do you have any more questions, my dear, while we wait for chat to, ask some?
One moment, no.
You said someone could have the power to communicate with a specific type of plant earlier. How would that work? Communicate with a specific type of animal, possibly control a specific type of plant. And either one would really just be down to, connecting your mind with theirs through very complicated means. You'd have to have a constant area of gas around you, of the magical, mana in its gaseous form. Constant cloud of that around you while you're trying to communicate with them, and your minds would be linked to communicate information. Not even necessarily like understanding words or anything, just understanding mental pictures and memories and stuff. Is magic like energy where it can't be created or destroyed? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is indeed. Oh boy, Panda Plays. I can hardly wait. So if a person with magic died, what would happen with the magic? I think Garfield already asked this question, kind of. The magic would just kind of leave their bodies and seep into the ley lines of the world like a vacuum. Magic is stored in the world, and it's like condensed down, and once it gets too dense, it comes out in the form of gas. Is it possible to stockpile and store magic in a bank? Not in a bank, but in yourself and in certain containers, yes. I have an idea. Maybe special fruit could be used to temporarily upgrade mana types. That's too one PC, but not a bad idea. And the mana types wouldn't really have an upgrade themselves. That just kind of defines how they're magnetized. Instead, it would probably enhance the abilities of the user, allowing them to take in more mana or to use mana more efficiently. But how wouldn't the world run out of magic eventually, since it all would be stuck in the landlines? Well, that's the thing. It's constantly seeping out of the landlines. Or ley lines, not landlines. It would be constantly seeping out of the ley lines. Because it goes in and goes out. Because as it leaves like a dead body, it doesn't go into the air. It kind of sinks into the ground. Because it's more attracted to the ley lines as a giant magnet then. Whereas the stuff that's pushed out of the ley lines doesn't really go back in. The process of using the magic sort of pushes it back into the earth. It gives it something that needs to be filtered out. What's
the way I'm thinking about it is more like the water system. Evaporates, turns into clouds, and once that gets too dense, it rains.
Kind of, yeah, but in like reverse.
Yeah, in reverse. Same rough system.
But how does a new creature get that magic? They get it from their parents. Essentially what happens is their parents each give them part of their soul's magic, and then the empty, quote-unquote, parts of the inherent magic in the creatures gets refilled from the magic around them. And that's why they have dens and nests and stuff near high concentrations of magic, because that ensures survival, and that ensures that they get the magic back relatively quickly. I done diddly didn't nerd, now I have to deal with my present. God damn! Leyline talk, nice stuff to yeet back into. Do all people have magic in their souls, but some have more than others? You either have magic in you or you don't, and people start with approximately the same amount. You gotta train so that you can store more, so that your base amount's more, and so that you can handle more. If you were twice as smart, you would still be stupid. I know. Any chance of you and Storm co-oping Minecraft? Yo, we actually did in a video. Storm, you want to try and link that up in chat?
We tried, and I'll admit, in that thing, my mic was awful, and as much as I love you, Gray, you were kind of sometimes the worst to play Minecraft with.
Oh,
because you have such a hard time focusing on one thing when it comes to actually planning big projects.
I know. I am literally the worst at that. I'm sorry, my dear.
Building a house with him is so hard.
Would that mean that eventually magic users would just die out? No, not really. As people die, like I said, their magic goes into the world, they pass magic on to their kids, or sometimes they don't. And yeah.
I personally wouldn't mind doing a series, but it's up to him and him remembering to make it a series.
Yeah.
Which I can try to force him to make a series, but
I do want to try. I do
anything.
want to make a series when 1.17 comes out, cause then I need her help and I need to get an axolotl bab. I require an axolotl, Storm.
There's one thing that I'm not sure if you want me to mention, because I'm not sure if you've decided on it yet.
DM me about it.
Okay.
How would auras work? I mean, if people in your world are using mana, how would progression work? Magic is just extra powers. Again, quirks in My Hero Academia. You still need infrastructure and everything, and this is steampunk era. So it's like the peak of invention, the peak of invention and such. If a magic user had a child with a normal person, would the baby be a magic user? Depends on if the magic user's genes were more dominant. If they were more dominant overall, then the baby would be a magic user. If they were more recessive overall or overtaken by the other dominant traits of the non-magic user, then the baby would not be a magic user. Could there be a mutation in which a child could somehow suddenly acquire magic despite having magicless parents? If their ancestors were magical, yes. If they weren't, then no. But someone in the lineage would have to have some DNA of them being magical. And if they didn't have that, they can't have magical kids. Alright. How many percent of magic users are there? I'd say a solid 10 to 20% of the population are magic users. And another 10 to 20% are magic users. They just don't know it. Because they've never really had anything to go off of. They've never really had any hard evidence that they were magic users, so they didn't really try. So there are more magic users than you'd think, but about half of them, or maybe a little bit of a larger majority of them, don't realize that they have the ability to be a magic user. So how many of those get... Hypothetically, anyone with magic in them can use it, but they have to actively use it. Otherwise, they just live slightly longer lives because the magic in them helps their DNA not decay as fast and helps their souls stay strong for longer. Would there be any ores that would be stronger than titanium? That's a tough one. Probably not. But if there were one, I'd have to say it would be an ore that was a magnet to ether. Like an ore that was a magnet to ether mana, so that it was reinforced by magic. That's the only thing I could think of. And then I don't even know how they'd process that. They're just making Ethereum from TES. Ether Furnace, that's how. Ether Furnace! Oh, boy.
You've done this to yourself.
What do you mean?
You have no one else to blame for Ether Furnace.
For Ether Furnace.
Ether. I'm gonna call it Ether.
It's Ether.
I know, it annoys you, so I'm gonna call it Ether.
Don't make me flirt with you live on camera.
Never mind. Anyway.
What? You want to call it Ether? Then you better say Massachusetts live.
I can't. You know I can't. It's... yeah, I can't. If anyone's from that state, they're just gonna get very angry with me.
Go for it. Try it. Unless you genuinely don't want to, in which case don't.
I can, but it's not...
Up to you, my dear. We're just getting started on fleshing out the world now, Jono, in the form of magic. If you want, we can talk about it more in DM so I can add more to the site, but, Plask, you want to slap him up with a link? What would weapons be like? Guns are probably weaker than mana due to how mana works. No, if you have mana or if you don't have mana, a gun is a fucking gun. And you are flesh and bone, you will get shot in the face. And there are magical weapons, which are stronger than normal weapons, but it requires constant recharging. Sounds good, Jono. But yeah. Guns are effective against pretty much every other magic user. They're just not the most effective against something like a dragon. You know, 20-foot long, 2-story tall, fire-breathing motherfucker with scales that are, 3 inches thick. Now that depends, Senate. That depends if you're talking about for magical creatures or for non-magical creatures. Not for magical creatures, again, that's going to be a topic we discuss after Chapter 3 and maybe even Chapter 4 comes out. As for the other Apex Predator, the non-magical one, that's going to be chalked up to man, just like in the real world. Because mankind can kill whatever the fuck they want. With the exception of some magical things, unless you're also a magical boy.
I have the link. Did somebody want that Minecraft video?
Yeah, post it in chat for him to watch after the stream. Which I am actually going to be wrapping up in a couple of minutes, so, any last minute questions about this? Because we're nearing the 2-hour mark. Next time I make one of these, we're probably going to be focusing on the magical beasties that are unique to this world. And again, keep an eye on this link that Plask is going to be posting in the chat again, even though he just did. And I'll be posting lots of updates to it. I didn't hit the bell. Damn right you didn't. You gotta hit the bell, Hisaki. John, you must hit the bell. Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah. That is the video that we made a while back where it was just her and I playing Minecraft. I like your cut, G. You know what? One more question from anyone. And if multiple people ask at once, then I will answer those, and then we shall leave for the time being. And I will be talking to you guys about this too in the Discord, so if you're not in the Discord, hop over there. Maybe the Sue Cannon from Half-Life could be a one-time weapon instead of whatever ammo it takes. The weapon could fire one blast by charging mana for a day. That thing kind of already exists in my mind, but I don't really have it fleshed out at all. Yeah, the weapon wouldn't charge the mana. You'd have to charge the mana. But that would be kind of a cool weapon idea. Although it wouldn't be very practical for war, unless you had several magic users loading it at the same time and it could accept every kind of mana. But it could work. Do you have any more questions, my dear?
I do not.
Oh.
I'm currently in a different window watching the Minecraft, and gosh, my voice through my old mic is awful. Yeesh.
My dear, don't worry about your voice. No matter what the quality is, it will still be gorgeous.
Thank you.
Mm.
Anyway. Yeah, I don't have any more questions. Does anybody else have any questions?
Rip past Storm's voice.
I don't know when I'm gonna be doing another live stream with him because college.
Yeah, fair. But
So if you guys have any
girlfriend
extra
reveal.
questions for me. Yeah. Finally. Apparently you got asked about this for a while. People really didn't believe your girlfriend from Canada existed.
Yeah?
Wonder why.
Have you met me? Of course they'd hit X to doubt. Gonna make the concept idea for the gun. I'll show it to you when I'm done. Make some channels for this in the Discord. I think I will send it. I think I will do that. Actually, I might make a whole new Discord just for this, because our Discord, getting a little cluttered.
Yeah. You need to do some spring cleaning in your Discord.
Mm-hmm. Well, if there are no other questions, I suppose I should wrap up the stream. Thank you guys so much for hopping by. I'm surprised we retained 10 viewers this whole time. Sorry for that little break in the middle, too, putting Storm on the spot. Make sure I get a link to that Discord if you make it. You're the nerdy Jackie.
I'll make sure you will, John.
What?
I'll make sure he gets one if you don't.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys yet again for watching. Y'all are beautiful people. You guys are amazing and should feel amazing, and we will see every single one of y'all in the next episode. And next stream, guys, for those of you here, better tune back in, because it's going to be Hades Hell Mode. Fuck whatever Maddie said about it. I'm going in blind, boys. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Storm.
Have a good day. Try not to die.